Matt Austin from Ping. I've just had a look at the i525s. I've taken them for a round down at Barnbougle. It was fantastic. I also used the new Glide 4.0 Wedge. I'm here down in your studio. Could stand in front of this beautiful Ping backdrop with all those Ping putters there for a while, but I want to grab you while you're here to talk about the Glide 4.0 Wedge. What are the key points that everyone needs to know about the new Ping Glide 4 Wedge? It looks great, it felt great, there's a reason for that. So help me understand what makes the Ping Glide 4 so special.
So there's a number of factors that we talk about with wedges. One of our engineering principles is evolution, not revolution. All right, so there's very small little incremental improvements that we make all the way through to continue to improve our wedges and our irons. One thing with this is it is carbon steel as opposed to stainless steel, so it is a softer feel. It's still cast, but it is definitely a softer feedback.
So that's an 8620 investment
cast steel, yeah. Yep. Still has a CTP or a weight port here in the back of the golf club, and that will absorb some vibration. It also sits low heel to high toe, which is the tendency for a missed strike for most golfers. The big one we talk about is this big word of hydrophobicity, or glide. So it's about repelling moisture, removing grass and material between the golf ball and face, which gives us much better capture on the ball in all conditions, regardless of where you're playing, the altitude, different grasses, or wet or dry conditions.
Beautiful. So we've got the custom tuning port insert at the back. We've got the beautiful carbon steel here. There's a few options available. So we've got four different sole designs.
4 grinds, so the T grind, S grind and W grind, which we've had for quite a while, and then an expansion on the I2 sole, which is Karsten's original design, but obviously in the softer material.
Okay, so once again, in a fitting sense, you can really get fit and tune in the sole and bounce grind to suit your either playing conditions or your swing type. Is that basically?
Most definitely, yeah.
Yep. More commonly, you're probably S grind or W grind, but is there a preference there? Or?
We fit a lot of S grind in Melbourne up to the 56 or the middle wedge, and then it's either S or T predominantly in the sandbelt.
Yep.
And then wetter conditions, say the Yarra courses, those sort of places, it's more towards the W sole or the wide sole.
Yep.
And the golfer who is more of a G425 iron, a wider sole design, the W wedge will suit better throughout that set.
Okay, so in a custom fitting sense, and we've talked about wedges in other environments, but when we talk about shafts with custom fitting, we've got what shaft do we have in here as the standard shaft?
So we use ZZ115, so it's our own wedge flex shaft made by Nippon. It's a little stronger stepped than previous, which gives us better ball flight control for a slightly lower initial launch. And the weight suits majority of sets, so it can flow through from a lighter weight steel through to a heavy weight steel.
Okay.
Very much designed as a wedge flex. We don't fit away from that very much, unless it's a specific golfer who wants to flow them through, which we can do.
Okay, and grip, I noticed the grip's a little longer.
So the Lambkin crossline grip on this one's a little softer in material. It is longer, so it gives you the ability to grip down, and there's a little less taper in the lower part of the grip.
It's a great looking club. It's that, what would you say in terms of the shape, that traditional wedge teardrop design? How would you describe that?
So the way we talk about it is we had a very successful wedge called Tour S or Gorge about 6 or 7 years ago. Gradually our wedges got a little bit bigger and a bit bulkier to build in the technology, but now they've been able to shrink the shape, so it's a squarer lead edge, a much thinner appearing top line, but still gives us all the performance and technology we're looking for.
Matt, I've just grabbed you after doing a busy fitting day. If you know Matt, you've probably seen him around the traps in Melbourne. He has been part of the Ping family for a number of years. A great asset for us to be able to use in this environment on a DG TV, also in a training sense. If you see Matt around, say good day. If you see him on this video, give him a thumbs up, give him a like. If you've got any questions that you might want to ask Matt or Ping, drop them in the comments below, and through me, I'll be happy to get them answered for you. Thanks for joining us on DG TV. Hope you've enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time. My name's Ross. His name's Matt. Thanks for joining us. Play well.